Good evening, Commanders Nation. So today was kind of a big news day. The depth chart came out. The unofficial depth chart. The key word, unofficial. This is not the end all be all. But it's like a sneak peek as to what the Commanders are kind of cooking with. All right, let's get to it real quick. I'm not going to stop wasting your time. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So this is the first team offense, right? And I also have some tweets from John Keim, our boy, the Godfather, to kind of like, I'm going to go in between both the depth chart and the John Keim because it kind of coincides with some of the stuff that happened here. So first team, Terry McLaurin, no surprise, he's going to play with us this year, dude. He's not going to be traded. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Left tackle, Laremy Tunsil, we all knew that. He's gonna, yeah, come on. I'm not going to even talk about that. Brandon Coleman. Brandon Coleman slotted in it as the starting left guard. Now, granted, he had an injury. As a matter of fact, DQ said today in the press conference that the injury, he was held out of practice today, but not really too much of an update after that. But to be honest with you, that is an update within itself. I don't think the severity is that bad. So that's all that matters to me. As long as he's not out for extended long period of time, I'm good with that. But, prayers up for Brandon Coleman. Hopefully he can come back soon and continue this mission. Because I think he can be a stud there, left guard, dude. A stud. Tyler Biadasz, we all knew that. First team. Looking at the second team, Chris Paul. Second team, this is like, wide receiver Michael Gallup. We'll get to this a little bit later on. They have slotted in Sam Cosmi. We all know he's going to start once he comes back from injury. DQ said as of right now, they don't really know. There is a slight chance that he can actually play week 1. So, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We still got about a month left before the season starts. But, Nick Allegretti is right behind him, waiting. And a dude, Nick Allegretti, who started left guard for us last year, like we could just slot him there and right guard and just continue to cook. Like, this is the depth, like having depth like this. And I think that's why we signed him, predominantly not to be not that much of a starter, but to have like, this is the guy who's a jack of all trades. Kind of like, if y'all remember Wes Schweitzer from like 5 years ago, this is a dude who will play all over the line. He was really solid. I think Nick Allegretti is in the same mold. And Allegretti, pass blocking wise, he held his own last year. Now, run blocking wise was a different story. But, I really like Nick Allegretti in that signing. He's on a cheap deal, too. This is another one. Andrew Wiley. Andrew Wiley starting at right tackle as of right now. Connolly Jr., but it's saying or. or Connolly Jr.'s second team with Trent Scott on the third team. Now, John Keim, I believe, Kingsbury said this regarding Connolly Jr. He said, Connolly Jr. is super talented and also says he still has some fundamental stuff he has to get used to playing on the right side. Studies hard, works hard. He's right where we expected him to be. Now, Connolly Jr. is young. This is one of the youngest dudes in our draft class. I think he's 21. It's still an open competition in my opinion, even though what I just said when I read what Kingsbury had to say about Connolly Jr. But he's young, dude. He's raw. He has some learning to grow. He has some learning to do, and he's going to do it. Even if Wiley starts week 1, I still think Connolly Jr. is going to take over eventually. But this is something that I'm not worried about at all. Kind of expected, actually, with Connolly Jr. being how raw he was a little bit coming out. Zach Ertz, still the tight end number 1. Ben Sinnott behind him. Cole Turner behind him, third string. Now, John Bates, we signed him to a 3-year, $21 million contract extension. Of course, he's going to be slotted in as the tight end, too. Colson Yankoff had a solid offseason. But going on, Deebo Samuel is a starting receiver with Noah Brown along Terry when he comes back. So, that right there, I'm not, they have Noah Brown slated in here, but like, I'm sorry, but Luke and Jalen Lane have been showing out to a certain degree. I think they're going to eat into this. I think they're going to eat into Noah Brown snaps. And, but we'll see, though. We'll see. Still, obviously, in the making. Now, again, this is the part where I'm just like, you can easily see that this is the depth chart is not nowhere near set in stone. Because obviously they have JD5, Mariota, the quarterback, we all knew this was gonna happen in that order. Now this is the one where I'm just like, all right, yeah, this ain't shit. Because they got B Rob starting number 1, first team, not surprised. But they have Krosky Merritt all the way at 5. Krosky Merritt, a guy who's been playing first team snaps and showing out while playing first team snaps. And they got Eckler, McNichols, and Rodriguez Jr. in front of Krosky Merritt. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I would at least put Krosky Merritt number 3. I think he's going to take over as a starter over Brian Robinson during the season. Eckler, predominantly a third down running back, but I'm sorry. I think, see, these depth charts are right now because we don't want to show our hand. We don't want to show our hand to the opposing defenses for week 1. We don't want to show them, hey, this dude is going to play more. I wouldn't be surprised if Krosky Merritt gets week 1 snaps. I wouldn't. I think they're hiding him in the depth chart right now because it shows that everybody, you guys are, every beat writer is talking about him. Commanders coaches are raving about his athleticism and like how they love him. Their actions are speaking as well to put him in week 1, first string snaps in training camp. So this is why it's unofficial, dude. Let's go to defense real quick. Let's end this video. Deatrich Wise starting number 1. Again, this is just a base formation because again, Deatrich Wise is not going to play that much in third down, I assume. But they got Wise and then Clelin Ferrell behind him, Javonte Jean-Baptiste. See, again, I don't know. Javonte Jean-Baptiste could be playing second team. They got Payne and Kinlaw starting. Now, again, that could be for run defense. But I like to think Johnny Newton's going to be the one who gets most of the reps here alongside Deron Payne. Eddie Goldman, second string. Dorrance Armstrong, I think that's pretty much set in stone. Jacob Martin, a guy who I really like. So they have, obviously, 3 linebackers here. Again, Von Miller's going to be playing on the edge on especially third downs. Same with Luvu, who we've seen him do that as well all throughout the offseason, playing out on the edge. I like Jacob Martin. I like that signing. And I think the Commanders are really intrigued with Javonte Jean-Baptiste. But, again, this Kinlaw thing, I just don't see him starting over Newton. But then again, Kinlaw has been showing out in training camp. He's been showing out, dude. And Newton, I've heard stuff here and there, but not as much as Kinlaw. But I still think Newton has the higher ceiling. Newton, I think the Commanders coaches they love to pick this regime invested the second round pick in him. I think Newton's going to start, and I think Newton's going to have a big year too. Linebackers, Bobby Wagner, Frankie Louvu. That's not, now this one, McGee, Kane Medrano, third team. Nick Bellore, Dominic Hampton behind Frankie Louvu. Again, not too much stuff that I'm buying too much stock into. Kane Medrano has been balling in training camp, especially in pass coverage, getting interceptions. Kane Medrano, man. I thought he was just going to make an impact on the special teams, but this dude has been balling, and he is making sure he gets snaps. But, I wouldn't be surprised if, because I think Jordan McGee can play both linebacker positions. And I think, Jordan McGee, I think what's going to happen is in 3 linebacker formations, they've already said it. I think it's going to be Bobby Wagner, Louvu, and McGee. And then it will be Wise probably and Kinlaw out on the edge or, Farrell. This is predominantly to stop the run. I think we're going to see a lot of Jordan McGee this year, dude. And then finally finish off the secondary. Lattimore starting with that. Sand is still starting in that. Amos is listed as a starter. Now, Amos today had a hell of a day. Damn. Amos had a hell of a day in training camp. Kine said this, good finish for Amos defending a fade to McCaffrey Also picked off a Daniels pass earlier. Moore couldn't hold on to it. Ball was there. In between, Deebo Samuel caught one versus him over the middle. Joe Wade Jr. today on Trey Amos. Trey has a good day every day. Every day is Trey Day. I love this pick, man. I've been raving about him all offseason. We are, Kine said this as well. Amos listed with the starters. Again, that's how it is. That's how it's been in camp. Also, 3 cornerbacks listed. All will play a ton. Obviously, we know this. Connolly is listed as the number 2 right tackle. That too is what's taking place in camp. He's still adjusting to the NFL and the right side. Depth chart matters down the road. Again, and Kime said this as well. Listen, don't take this from me. And this is the play from Amos, by the way. The interception. I'm going to show you all. That's an interception, dude. Yeah, people were kind of saying, oh, he only got it because Moore dropped it. No, that's PBU right here, at least. Yeah, his hand's right there. That's PBU. He did his job. He's good. He's good. Let's see here. That's from yesterday. But yeah, John Keim did say this multiple times, basically saying this depth chart ain't shit. That's what he said multiple times. Like, this ain't shit. Take this with many grains of salt. And yes, like I said with the Krosky Merritt thing, completely agree. They pretty much listed the starters here who we knew were going to start. But I feel like some of these, like, this is just like, it's a deflection, dude. You can't show your hand when you're playing poker. Week 1's around the corner. You don't want to show your hand. That's why I think they're burying Krosky Merritt. But Krosky Merritt, I feel like, is going to get week 1 snaps. So yeah, but this right here, they got Amos, Sandstone, Lattimore, Jonathan Jones. Amos beating out Jonathan Jones. But again, Amos has been balling all throughout the offseason. But Amos beating out Jonathan Jones as of right now. Again, this could be deflection. We don't know yet. But to me, what I'm buying stock in right now, honestly, is who is getting first team snaps in training camp. That's what I'm buying stock into, because the coaches are not going to do that with the player unless they see something in him. They see promise, they see value. That's what I'm buying stock into. I'm not buying too much stock into this, because this is just like, this is just out there for us to play. This is out there for buffoons like me to make content about. This is not the end all be all. This is the first draft. The final draft, even the last depth chart is not going to be the end all be all either, because this is just based off of one formation. Everything can change. But anyways, I need to drop content. So yeah, Jonathan Jones to list the second team, Noah Benogany. Now this one is another thing too. See, we all know Quan Martin was entrenched as the starting free safety. Now Will Harris starting at strong safety. Tyler Owens is third on the depth chart. Percy Butler's behind Will Harris. I think Percy Butler, congrats to him. He signed a 1-year deal. I know that pissed off some dudes here in the Commanders Nation, but to be honest with you, Percy Butler is a special teams demon. He is, and and they probably see something in him. I don't hate Percy Butler like other people do in the fan base, but it's to each their own. But Tyler Owens, this could be another deflection. He's been having first team snaps. Could Tyler Owens be the week 1 starter? Hey, I'm rooting for the kid. I am. But we don't know yet. Special teams, Tressway, Gay, Way. The Gay Way. This is all stuff we don't need. Not even that. I think Jalen Lane, this is another deflection actually. Yeah, this is another deflection. I think Jalen Lane's going to start a punt returner. As a matter of fact, John Keim said it. KJ Osborne only had 11 punt returns, I believe. John Keim said it. So there's another deflection right here. So you don't want teams to scout Jalen Lane. This one, I don't know. I could see both, perhaps McCaffrey and Austin Eckler. But let me know what you guys think, man. So this is like a trailer. This is like no, this is not even a This is not even the trailer that they show on the movie theaters. This is a trailer that they show on YouTube. You know, and then they edit it afterwards, and then the next trailer is gonna come out in the movies, and then the movie comes out week 1. Then we will see what the real deal is. You know, so this is just a YouTube trailer. It ain't shit, you know, but it's something to have. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I gotta stop dogging this. It's fun. It's fun. It's better than nothing. But, you know, this is what we currently have. And before I end this video, my main thing right now is just Krosky Merritt. See Tyler Owens, third string. You know, Ken Law. But, hey, man, I'm liking this. But, yeah, man, I'm going to stop talking. Let me know what you guys think about this depth chart. Yeah, man. Hail to the Commanders, Redskins, football team, whatever you call them. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all.